Hi guys, welcome back to Finpact. Today I want to talk about what's been happening in the crypto markets and how I think Cardano will have a price rally. Now, if we look at CoinMarketCap, Bitcoin has increased by 22% in the last 7 days. It's had a 6.36% increase in the last 24 hours and it's reached around $41,500 roughly. People were predicting that Bitcoin could reach 20k before we saw a rally, or possibly not in case the bull run was over. This is quite reassuring because seeing this retracement for Bitcoin has caused the rest of the altcoins to follow. So if you look at pretty much the most of the crypto market is in the green, and a lot of it hasn't been up just 1, 2 or 3%. We're seeing percentage increases of around 22, 23%, some 6%, Polkadot is up 20%, and Cardano has been up 7%, but Cardano has been quite stable when it increases. We don't see huge price rallies in Cardano unless it's when they are breaking its all-time high. So I think that Cardano is going to show a little bit of a dip before we see it go to the upside. So the price for Cardano is $1.31. I would say this is pretty stable given we've seen so much of the cryptocurrency prices crash a lot further down. I would say the price has not gone below the $1.15, $1.1 region. So we've seen it show a significant retracement recently, and I would say this is primarily led by the confidence in the retracement we've seen in Bitcoin's price. As we know, most of the altcoins follow what Bitcoin does, maybe in a bit of a delayed manner. So the retracement we've seen is pretty good. Now, whether this is kind of indicative of a continued bull run and for it to smash past its previous all-time high, which was around here, I am not 100% sure, because two things can happen. It can either fall right now and continue going downwards, and that would probably indicate that we're at the end of a bull run. But if not, then we would see it continue rally to the upside. Usually bull runs are longer in new cycles than they are in the previous cycle. So if the previous cycle was a year, we would expect it to be maybe a year and a half this year. But again, nothing is definitive. So if we look at some of the fundamental news that has happened for Cardano, we can see that Cardano ADA wallet launches a connector to help users interact with decentralized application. This is kind of the beginning of the implementation of smart contracts. So scrolling down here, this is on cryptoglobe.com. So ADA's wallet Yoroi, which is actually the one I have, is launching a decentralized application connector that will make it easier for users to interact with smart contracts. And these applications, once they go live on the Cardano network. So that's fantastic because they've said that Cardano's full potential is now coming into realization as the current Alonzo upgrades signify the integration of smart contracts in the near future. I mean, this is it. We were waiting for this. We were waiting for the integration of smart contracts and the ease of doing so. And this is definitely part of that reality. So Alonzo refers to a hard fork that is part of the network's Goguen era. If you guys know, Cardano has different stages in its upgrades in its roadmap, and Goguen era is the current stage that we're in. So, well, I think we're pretty much near the end of Goguen era. So the Goguen era came after the Shelley phase, in which Cardano became a decentralized blockchain and community members became validators. Alonzo will roll out in 3 phases. So we've got the blue phase, the white phase, and the purple phase, and each opens up more to the public until the upgrade's full integration is complete. And the process takes around 90 days. So this is going to be expected to be completed by the end of August, which is some really fundamental bullish news. But again, even when cryptocurrencies have fundamental bullish news, a lot of it is mainly dependent on the overall crypto market sentiment and how much confidence people have. So the Alonzo upgrade will include a converter to allow ERC20 tokens from the Ethereum blockchain to run on Cardano. Now, I mentioned that there may be a dip coming up. Now, before we see a price rally, I do think we're going to see a correction because we have seen the price go to the upside, as Bitcoin also showed that retracement. So this article on Cointelegraph has said that Cardano risks 60 to 90% drop, warns trader, with ADA painting a classic bearish pattern. So where we saw ADA here, we may see it fall down. Now, again, we don't know if it will continue to the upside depending on the bull market, even though there's such good fundamental news. Now, back to that article, they have said that Cardano is close to attaining the title of a full-fledged smart contracts platform following a critical upgrade in mid-July. So again, despite that, at the end of the day, the crypto markets follow the cycles rather than the fundamental news. And if we were in a bull market, such fundamental bullish news can be the catalyst in facilitating a price rally and seeing Cardano smash its previous all-time highs. The veteran analyst shared a bearish setup for ADA in a tweet published Friday. He cited a classic technical pattern known as heads and shoulders to predict a downside scenario for the Cardano token that is already up more than 600% year to date. Now, if we look at this pattern, we're around here. So I saw another article on dailyhodl.com. So here we've seen the correction where we're consolidating sideways to the downside, and here is a potential scenario. So I think it can either go down further, probably indicating the end of the bull run, or the bull run slowing down and maybe picking up later on in the year. Now, if we want to see it go to the upside, then we would have to see it hit possibly 60 to 90% below, and then there would be a reversal in the trend, and then we could head back to the upside. Again, this is dependent on what largely happens in the rest of the crypto market. I mean, this could be fantastic if we see a reversal at this point, but this will all depend on what happens with Bitcoin as well. Another piece of great news we've seen is that Kick.io spearheads the transition from Ethereum to Cardano-based DeFi. People are choosing Cardano. People are choosing Cardano's blockchain. It has lower fees. It's known as the Ethereum killer. So basically, Kick.io is a decentralized fundraising platform on the Cardano network, and it's identified a golden opportunity behind these major disruptions. Since Ethereum, the giant of the DeFi industry, looks ever likely to get kicked out of business, Kick.io is glad to assist. So like we've talked about before, Ethereum has that incumbent advantage. It's got a large community support, so therefore it's seeing its advantages out of, sort of convenience and more people being well associated with Ethereum. But Cardano is widely anticipated to soon overtake Ethereum as measured by total network transactions. That's because of the wave of growing discontent over the inefficiency of Ethereum's proof of work consensus mechanism, which has led to many disappointments over the network's sluggish transaction speeds and ridiculous fees, you guys. I mean, when I want to send Ethereum across to my wallet, I have to pay so much. I really question if I want to send that across. Whereas I don't think twice, because usually with ADA, it's like, oh, the cost is like one ADA rather than, $10 or $20 or $30 sometimes with Ethereum. And so people are therefore choosing Cardano instead of Ethereum. Now, with the smart contracts integration and the Alonzo upgrade that comes into full fruition, we're going to see increasingly a number of people adopting Cardano and using the Cardano network rather than Ethereum. And Kick.io is also set to go public on September 15th. So it will have its own private sale. So just thought I would mention that because I think choosing Cardano as the network is a big shift in just choosing Cardano over Ethereum. And increasingly, more and more people are doing that. More and more DeFi applications, projects are choosing Cardano over Ethereum. I personally am way more bullish on Cardano than I have ever been on Ethereum. I am bullish on Ethereum, but that's also because of its incumbent advantages. So they've given us an update as of July 30th. Daedalus, this week, the team resumed working on the Electron upgrade, maintaining the application window size and position after the Daedalus relaunch. So they've sort of relaunched that wallet, which is great. So it'll be a new and improved version. And then we have Adrestia. This week, the team made good progress on the Alonzo Plutus related changes. This is good because they're continually improving their Alonzo upgrade. The team is also preparing to release a wallet update to ensure compatibility with Alonzo Node 1.28. And they are working on streamlining Cardano wallet transaction APIs to enable Plutus application backend integration. Finally, they are working on several changes required for smart contracts. So let's look at this article on Decrypt.co, which has said, what is Cardano's Alonzo rollout and what does this mean for Ethereum? So basically, Cardano was first set up same year as Ethereum. Its development has been slower, but that's also because Charles Hoskinson has had a huge focus on academic papers, research-backed integrations. They're very, very diligent in getting it right because then they want to avoid what happened with Ethereum, with these exorbitant fees, with these ridiculously slow transaction speeds. Charles Hoskinson used to be a co-founder of Ethereum. He left Ethereum to basically build Ethereum that's better, which is Cardano. And he basically has a peer-reviewed implementation structure. So by nature, that's going to take longer. So the latest Alonzo update brings Cardano in line with Ethereum, adding smart contract and DeFi capabilities. They're basically making a better product. They're fixing what was wrong with Ethereum and building a better version of it. And since its inception, Ethereum has been the dominant platform for crypto companies to build projects on top of it, with ERC20 tokens. But this article has described Cardano as one of the more cautious projects trying to create an Ethereum alternative. So it was founded in 2015, and rather than adding functionality quickly, best way, take it slow, get it right. IOHK, the project that oversees the development of Cardano, has been slowly adding features after extensive testing and peer review. They're verifying this. They are making sure this is done right. Some of the first mover advantages are not always going to be the ones that are the market leaders. And I think that's the case with cryptocurrencies as well. Just because Ethereum has the more dominant market support doesn't mean it will always have that same market support. Unless we see changes with EIP 1559, which is taking very long, to be absolutely honest. People don't even know when that will take place. Whereas Cardano is ahead of the game because they've been peer reviewing, testing, developing for years. This is why we've only reached the smart contract capabilities section just recently. So 6 years after its inception, Cardano's Alonzo upgrade is about to add a raft of new features that bring it more closely in line with Ethereum and other projects competing to be crypto's builders' playground. So Alonzo is a hard fork that will once complete introduce new features to the Cardano network, such as the development of new dApps and DeFi functionality. So guys, I'm really excited to see how this comes into full fruition. I want to see how this affects the price rallies. But again, I have to re-emphasize, the price rallies will not be as significant if we don't see price rallies in the rest of the crypto market, which is fundamentally led by Bitcoin. So yeah, what do you guys think? Leave it in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button and that subscribe button as I make new videos on cryptos, stock markets, finance every single week. And I also have a Patreon where I post what I buy and sell in real time. You get a lot of one-on-one support with me directly, depending on which tier you select. So I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. Bye guys!